started here, we'll call it meeting
Oh, look at that picture.
1:35. Yeah,
So what is the Senior Center Museum Enlightenment Grant?
I don't know. Elsie was here just beforehand, but she didn't say anything, or she's coming back, I don't know. So I told somebody, we'll go through some mail here, I guess.
Okay.
And then here's the MBAC quarterly report.
I didn't realize the hospital had a new bathroom.
Yeah, evidently just did, according to that.
Mhm.
Here, that snow removal. Oh, and this here is Levi Martin on this pumping in our house and stuff. It's sent out by DEQ for Hello.
Never a dull moment.
Is that a roll or something?
Poker.
Oh.
Always something, isn't it? Always. So, when he said, when he cleans out septic tanks, where does he dump that?
That's what this is for, that's the application, it's out there. Oh, south, Dawson Irrigation, east Low Mountain Road, that area out through there, Van Dyke, got some ground there. Sharon, in fact, Sharon looks at that ground, they took all that, fill out.
The reason I ask is, it was always rumored, and I say that very carefully, rumored, that the deal boy at East Helena, that you see him riding his bike, but he can't use his hands, and he does a hand
Oh.
pump or whatever. because somebody had been dumping waste on their fields. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. You can hear most anything.
Yeah, yeah. Here's, claims in the amount of $27,013.09.
What year is that? Oh, 15, 16. I'll make a motion that we approve claims, $27,013.09 claims for 15, 16.
I'll second it. Motion made, second to pay claims in the amount of $27,013.09. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was gonna say some everybody digging around your words tonight. Oh, the Southwest Committee. I don't know, unless it's billed, why it's separate. I don't think this is billed. The alcohol tax.
Fund 2,800. Need to look here a minute.
And maybe just gets something aside for some reason.
You look pretty mean.
I'm in battles with IT over our state email, or our transition on email. It's a mess.
Is it?
Yeah, big mess. We can't send emails to each other. Like, there's several emails from state agencies that won't come to us. They're, you know, important stuff for cases. And when we switched over out of the state system to this new system, we lost the state global address book. So I can't look up an email or a phone number from people in state agencies, which you used to be able to do, and we use it all the time. Because we're always dealing with state agencies. And anyway, it's kind of frustrating right now.
Claims with Tesla wells, it looks like they're both absent from everything. And that.
Are you guys in session? I'm sorry.
Oh.
I thought you were waiting. Here I am walking in and interrupting.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm sorry.
We're just doing mail. It's
I thought you were just
You
waiting
want
to
me to go
start.
check mine and see if they switched it
Oh, I
up?
don't care. I'm doing here. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. I thought you hadn't started yet. I feel.
No, you didn't interrupt it, we're just kind of moving some mail through.
Okay.
I'm not so sure we shouldn't go back if that's the case.
Well, will this be the Black Mountain that's causing it, or?
No, it's the new email thing.
And who's the company?
I don't have any idea. He asked me, as of this morning, that ours wasn't switched over.
Oh.
Maybe they haven't switched ours over yet.
DEQ, Stillwater Mining Company, the Boulder, my East Boulder River Associated Groundwater, so I permit there. For application for a permit, I should say.
Maybe I'll go check my email.
Oh, okay. Or any, if you want some, we can stop anytime if you would.
No,
Okay.
that's fine. I'll wait for the schedule.
Commission. Here's a DQ applicant for Sun Prairie Village County Water Sewer District in Cascade, or Sun River, it's Cascade County. Yours working?
Mine still works. My Outlook.
So it could be just, use this.
Maybe they didn't switch us over.
Be glad, huh?
No doubt. I just sent him to Corey a test one, see if we can go through.
Talked to Val Thursday, I think, Wednesday, or must have been Thursday. And she's supposed to get a memo to us for salary compensation meetings, but she isn't here today.
Oh, she's not.
So I guess what I'll do is just put it on the agenda.
She sent me a memo.
Oh,
And there's one that follows it from Corey. It says what it should say.
she said something, she had the minutes, but I don't think she had them written out, so when I talked to her, just her notes, I guess, on the minutes.
Yeah, she sent a memo. Do you want me to go bring it up for you?
Is there one from Corey?
I don't know if there's one from Corey, but there's one from Val.
Because he did a thing how the resolution should read.
Oh, there was no resolution and all that, there was just a memo.
Okay,
You want me to get that for you?
please.
But we should put it on the agenda for next week or something. Right now,
So Maggie left this morning.
Yep. She did.
Elaine, in case we go out on that trip to the hills, COS reviews, and they usually don't take very long, could we just put over here, Val, Hodges,
Compensation board.
yeah. How should we word this, compensation board, salary compensation report,
Right.
that'd be okay. And, that'd be just Val, wouldn't, cause she's just chairman, she's not, she
She's
just
just
ends up
the
to the
chairman.
clerk of court. How do you spell her name?
HORNSVELD.
N
N
S
S
V
V
E L
E L.
D.
Okay. Like I said, report, salary compensation report.
I was gonna ask you something else.
See, that's what I did. If there isn't any, if there is, we usually go through pretty fast, and I just put on the same line, that way, if we leave it noon for that
Fire.
fire trip. Let's see,
I see minutes sitting there. Is that the 27th?
oh, 27th, yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve minutes from July 27th.
for a second.
Then it dies without a second.
Well, yeah, so we'll hold till next week then.
Okay.
Well, I guess but still, okay. Well, it is 1:45 now for that, create CIP DES weed decisions. And if somebody's showing you to do anything different on that, you know?
I don't. I would think that Mike would come and I would think that Scott would come. Asking that we do that.
They might still show up. They were here a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
We can hold on that yet. Other than that, let's see, I want that thing with, well,
Top one is from Corey.
What does Brenda only gets 2,000 on the insurance?
Hmm?
It says here, Elaine Gravely does not collect insurance in allotment. Brenda only gets 2,000.
On my, hazardous pay.
Oh,
Remember they had it like 2,900?
yeah.
I don't know how they come up with with that. Because as elected officials, we only get the additional 2,000. But she had written down that I got 2,900 and some,
Mm.
and I don't.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
we got that down on, Monday, 11:45,
What's that?
on the salary compensation report. Actually, the minutes are pretty much the report, aren't they?
What's that?
Actually, the minutes are the report.
Yeah, it just states what happened in the meeting.
Mm-hmm. This is what was recommended.
Yeah, that's what Corey wrote up, the one sheeter. Do you need a paper clip?
Look, yeah, you got an extra one there?
Yeah, I got one here.
I was gonna look, see if the judge had it, but thank you.
have anything to report on the budget at all yet.
On the salary commission?
No, on the budget itself. The overall budget.
Right, okay, what about it?
I don't think we have anything to report yet.
I don't think so either, really. We just got that preliminary information there. Well, I guess last Thursday or so when it come out. Did you have something, Brenda?
No, I was put on the budget by you guys for some reason, so I'm
That's-
here for the 2 o'clock.
Yeah, that's right, department head budget extension, share extension and weed. I don't know, Laura wanted to put on there, I don't know what she had in mind. I guess she said anything to you about it.
Whoops, she did not. But I know that we're not into it far enough to be able to say yea or nay about anything.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm here.
Mhm. So at this point, you
I
gonna,
thought you were bringing this Diet Coke or something.
I coulda.
donuts. Conkey didn't bring donuts today, did he?
The bakery's not open on Mondays.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem.
Okay, is there anything you wanted to report on it now or not? Or just,
I'm just here to answer questions.
okay. How's it looking for you so far on your part? Is it, well, I guess you,
I have Debbie looking up some things that are skewing my budget from last year.
that or what, that or?
They're skewing my budget from last year. And here's expenses.
Yeah.
There they are. We're all three here.
Yeah.
Just like that. Like I planned it.
And so missing funds, I guess, with the merger. There were some funds that weren't accounted for, so,
Oh, really?
so she's looking them up. We're trying to find them, but
But I think it'll be pretty easy for you, because, I said, I think it'll be pretty easy for you. Laura had put that on the agenda, but like Elaine says, we don't have enough material on the budget to go one way or the other. So I guess there'll just be another trip again later when we have more information.
What were you looking at? What was it even about, I guess?
Just overall.
Overall budget? Okay.
And what information do you
I think
need?
she had some questions for Allison, didn't she? An extension, I thought there's, but maybe
I
not.
don't know. You know, I do not know.
we're looking at overall budget, I'm looking at 4 different budgets to the tune of almost $2 million. That's kinda hard to,
Get an overview, huh?
yeah.
So you survived the fair?
Yeah. Yeah,
It was a good fair.
I think it went well. Yeah, for my first fair anyway, it seemed like it went really well. So, yeah,
You did well, dear.
thanks.
Yes.
You didn't have any major complaints that I heard of, at least 4-H wise, really anything that, people seem to really enjoy it. The
The
public.
only problem I had was welding.
Well, yeah, yeah, that was unfortunate, but, you know, I think the Fair Board did a really nice job of making some quick decisions and making the best out of the situation, and, with 4-H, you know, Watson's came in and they fixed the water so that they could bring water in to clean and, water the animals, and so, yeah, it was too bad, but,
Nobody got hurt.
yeah, no one got
Mhm.
hurt, and they took care of it fairly quickly, and so.
Well, and of course it come to worse. You could have said Saturday morning, nobody washes steers.
Right, and we talked about that, you know, and there was enough water that we could at least rinse them down a little bit, one at a time, but rinse them down. So we thought, worst comes to worst, we're gonna make a schedule, and every, you know, our kid gets 15 minutes to rinse off the parts of the animal that need it, you know, the rear end or the legs or whatever, and, you know, they would all be on the same playing field.
That's right.
And so, you know, we talked about that, but, you know, it didn't come to that, and so it was fine. Yeah.
So how do they wash those hogs?
So they have, out in the back there's like a wash rack for hogs. It's just like a wire little container with the gravel on the bottom. So they just put the hogs in there and wash them off, and then they put them right back inside. And we make like a alleyway directly to them, so they can, it's all secured and they can get them out there. It's out back kind of by the roping chutes out that direction. So, it works pretty good. And some of the kids will just spot wash them in their pens too. So it just kind of depends.
That sale must have been phenomenal.
Yeah, it was great.
We didn't get to go, that's the first time ever, but we had a great blue wedding over at Avon, and so we had a miss, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was great. $153,000, and then I have averages if you're interested, or maybe you've seen the averages. Have you seen them? Yeah, they're pretty impressive.
$5 on the steer.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 5 on the steers, 7 on the hogs, 10 on lambs. Is that right?
It was something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. But there we go. Yeah, so goat 13, lamb 10, swine 7, beef 5. The pens of chickens averaged, we sold 2, averaged 375, and the 2 turkeys averaged 462. So, yeah. It was really nice, great community support.
This is gonna be a long, long time ago, because what is Lisa, she's pushing 50.
She's young.
Yeah. And her first steer, we didn't have the facilities we've got now, to say the least. There by, in front of the horse barn, they had a snow fence,
Uh-huh.
and you showed your steer there. And at lunchtime, she said, "Mom, what am I gonna do? Nobody will buy my steer." I said, "Honey, don't worry. If that happens, Dad will buy your steer. You'll get him sold." Well, here she is, no bigger than a minute, and she's leading this big old steer around. The higher the price went, the more she smiled. The more she smiled, the higher the price went. Her dad was furious. "What did she learn from that?" I said, "Smile a lot."
Yeah.
Still works.
Unless we
Yeah.
have something else, or we can, anything else, Elaine?
No,
And
well, if you
so,
don't have anything for me.
Yeah, that's not it.
okay.
Our meeting is
Anybody
going-
know of anything that could be taken out of their budget?
Well, I had a couple things on mine that got changed after I submitted it, that could be brought back down. But if I needed to. Debbie didn't have last week the updated revenue for me. She said there was mistakes on it and she had to redo it. So, but one thing in mind that got changed after I submitted it was putting in a full-time salary for an admin assistant, which would be a nice option, but it wasn't what I originally put in. And then Debbie said, well, we decided to put it at full-time, so I'd have that option. But if we needed to make more room in the budget, it's something I could break down. That was one thing in mind that could be changed.
What about you, Scott?
I think mine was pretty much set. I didn't really have anything more exciting this year, so.
The other thing I guess I do have in mind that would absolutely be necessary is we did budget for some, assuming that we will get a new building eventually, put in some stuff for like some new, we don't really have a good way to display like the mock guides and the brochures and stuff. So we put in the budget to buy some nice displays, some racks, stuff like that. But we have to have those. We just thought it'd be nice. So,
Which, yeah, if we get the new building, we'll go in, because I've got a lot of brochures and different things that I need to display.
yeah.
You know, you guys might check at State Surplus on Friday mornings. You can go in there and buy it, whatever, dirt cheap, I'm told.
Yeah.
Never been there, but that's what I've been told.
I'm gonna have some of that stuff. So, and really until we have the new building, I don't even really know what we It's hard to envision the space when you're not in it,
Yeah.
so.
How about you, Brandy? Any changes?
No, I've already shaved off my budget from last year, my operations. It's down from last year.
Good. Very good.
And my budget this year includes coroner, so
What was it last year?
in general.
And we haven't gotten anything from revenue yet, to know values.
The other thing I did budget was for 12 months of the repayment plan on the new building, and obviously that won't be necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't really know where to put it, since we don't know exactly when we'll be in there. But we could guesstimate, reduce that down too,
That's what we can do.
yeah.
That's another thing that, yeah, it's like, but I think we've already got, my budget's already got a CIP and the 940 fund, I think that's where we're at, is we had one established for 2 years in mind, so I think that's where my budget was gonna come from, but any questions, you know, out of that, and I've got my grant funds, so. I got a CIP and CIP fund started in that as well.
Well, it says create CIP, DES, and weed. But it's already created?
Well, it might not be a CIP fund, but there's a 940 fund in there or whatever that they've been I think she's been wanting to create it as a CIP fund, but what they've got it under right now is your 940 fund, or line item 940, which I don't know exactly the difference, but that's where that's where my funds are.
But a CIP fund, if you got money left over, you can throw that in there.
Yeah,
And
and
not lose it.
And that's where I think, that's where the weed is exempt from that, because I'm my own mill. And so my fund can't be touched, it's not in general, it's not in anybody else's budget. So that money automatically goes back over. And that's where we started the 940 line item, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. It was supposed to be a CIP fund, but it's actually, when they set it up or whatever, it was under your 940 line item. And that's where the 33% or whatever your carryover comes from. Does that make sense?
It does. So has this been a good weed year?
This has been a phenomenal weed year. It's, in my 4 years of being here, this is, I guess, for whatever reason, it's been the toughest year yet.
Why?
I don't know, I think weather and just the way the summer's been going, we're not behind, but for a lack of a better way, we haven't got through all the county properties yet, and we still have spray days with the Forest Service and stuff that we've got scheduled to do. So it just, for lack of a better way of putting it, we're behind. You know, and it just keeps going, and we've got that new 6-wheeler and stuff, and it's, I'll tell you what, that thing's awesome, that new 6-wheeler and
Is
that new
it?
sprayer, yeah. Before, there's a lot of roads that, would take several trips and most of the day to cover. Now, with this new sprayer, we're getting roads done in half to 3/4 of the day and don't have to run back and forth, refilling. I mean, it's amazing. I did Lippert Gulch, North Fork Deep Creek, and North Fork roads, all in about 6.5 hours, I think, of spraying the other day. And normally that takes you a full day with 2 people, or it did before with our system. Took you all of a full day. And I mean, you were pushing the full 10-hour day to get them done in a day with our system.
Has this been a good growing year for weeds?
It has. It's amazing. That's one thing too, you know, as I've been seeing. And I don't know, it seems like your chemicals aren't quite working the same either. Like I know a spot we sprayed and it took, and I sprayed with a good mix, heavy mix on just knapweed, and it took 3.5 weeks before you saw any results out of the chemical. And then you come back and you know you sprayed it, and you see a week after you see the plants die, you come back and there's new plants regrowing right on the edge of it, more than I've seen to date. I mean, ever in my lifetime, this is just an oddball year that way. And I've talked to some commercial applicators and stuff, and they've been noticing quite a bit of that too.
I noticed that some knapweed I sprayed was pretty tall. And I think it killed it. Now it is dead. It took a long time for it. Well, I guess, Brenda, while we're still on this yet, those indigent burials, I talked to Corey on that, and need some documentation, I guess, on that they're indigent.
Okay. Indigent, and the one son on the one gal that died out here, she didn't have anything, and she didn't have any contact with him for 24 years.
So I guess just make up a memo on that, and,
Okay.
and I guess we gotta have to decide what we're gonna do.
Matter of fact, he didn't want to claim body or any, I mean, that's estranged family.
So the body went unclaimed then?
He can't even bury him then, can he? Has to
No,
keep
but
him
he
on
did
ice.
sign off so that the funeral home could at least cremate her. I mean, what do? You don't want to keep a body in a
Mm-mm.
Storage.
storage for months
Cool
and months.
storage, yeah.
He said he would sign off so that we could at least get her cremated.
But if you could come up with that, then I guess
Okay.
we'll proceed from there.
And he said, but he didn't want anything to do with her. He hadn't had anything to do with her for, I can't remember, 30-some years.
That's too bad. That happens in lots of families.
It does, unfortunately. But he, for our sake, not his or hers,
Mhm.
but for our sake, he was willing to sign off so that we could at least have her cremated.
Mhm.
That was good.
Yeah. But he made it clear he wanted nothing to do with her, and he said, I don't care if she has all the money in the world, I don't want anything, but she didn't know, And if she would have been a millionaire, he didn't want nothing from her, nothing to do with her.
Severed those ties, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, hugely,
Tough words, yeah.
And it leaves us, and he flat told us there are no other family members, because you can't leave, it's not the funeral home's responsibility in a case like that. They were good enough to hold on to her until we could at least get a hold of him. And the other family, she has a daughter here, but she didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. There's another one. She didn't have a job. Food stamps. Raising her daughter.
Yeah, and according to Corey, you can't go after the relative for any of it unless they would have inherited something, then you could go for that part of it.
Well, I don't even think she has any other family members.
But I mean, that's what he told me, I
Yeah.
guess.
She lives with her boyfriend.
Mm.
So,
How many DUIs did you get this weekend?
none. No arrests this weekend.
Really?
Yeah. It was a good weekend.
Very good. baseball tournament will be coming up pretty soon, won't it?
What's that?
The baseball tournament? Isn't there a baseball tournament?
Is that the one that Mint has?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
The latter part of the month, I think. A lot of people from out of town come for that.
Yeah.
Well, we have nothing else. I'll adjourn this, and we can keep busy going or whatever. As we get
Okay.
adjourned.
Yeah, I got a meeting with county attorney, so.
Thank you,
Monday
folks,
meeting day.
for showing anyway.
Yeah, well,
Thanks, Pat.
just remind me, feel free to give me a call and leave a message, 'cause